Sheila McCollum.
Thank you, ma'am. Your Honor, Ms. McCollum, is not contemptuous, but she is struggling. And, Mr. Rowley's been working with her. She has some items that the court has requested, that, I believe Mr. Rowley feels,
I'm with you.
setting her up for some sort of failure or something. So, after discussions with Mr. Rowley and Ms. Ford, Mr. Rowley's suggestion, which we would agree with, if we close this, with
Just close it unsuccessfully.
I don't believe, given her current financial status and everything, that she's willing or able to decline.
and I believe but I've explained to her, the money will continue to be a debt.
Yeah. Where are you working at, Miss McCollum?
I just started at Tim Hortons out
Okay.
here in Flat Rock.
How many hours you getting?
Like 4 to 5, maybe. I did 4 Saturday and Sunday, and 3 Monday and Wednesday, and 5 Tuesday. Today I'm off, and tomorrow I'm off.
Okay. I'm assuming you heard what Mr. Bowdish just told me.
A little bit. It's kind of hard to hear, but a little
Okay.
bit. Yes.
All right. You can hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what he said was that you were okay with Mr. Rowley's suggestion that we close this file unsuccessfully and just send you to work out some kind of a payment arrangement with our collections department.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'll do that. Good luck on that job. Hopefully they start giving you real hours.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. You're all set, ma'am. I'm going to kick you out of the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Which one's next, Mr. Bowdish?
Kissing Danner.
Come on up.
I've explained that secret word my kids. Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowdick appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Gissendaner. After all these meetings, I know how to pronounce his last name. You tell me his last, or your first and last name.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I believe, last time we were here, we did not have good news. We did not have a focus, we did not have a future, we did not have a job. Mr. Gissendaner is employed.
Where at? Where at? Good. How many hours are they going to give you? Full time. Awesome. Awesome.
He also is waiting on a second job possibility at a manufacturing plant, I think, that works with the auto industry.
Good. Good.
So
Where's that at?
The name of the company, I'll recommend it by a family friend.
Okay. Felicia? Say again? Okay. Okay. Dad, right? Yeah. State your name just because you spoke on the record. Thank you, sir. All right.
what happened, Your Honor, there was some sort of epiphany that seemed to roll over Mrs. Gissendaner. And he went out and did some work.
Okay. What else? I mean, that's good news, but what else?
First time, waiting on the response to see what the customer is.
Okay. Man, if you could get into U of M, that'd be awesome. I don't know if it's still true, but for a while, if you were an employee at U of M, you got some like really sweetheart deals on tuition. And they had, go ahead, Dad.
Oh, yeah, still possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of discounts on a lot of other stuff. We just.
Yeah. 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 Man, good luck there. All right.
Yeah, Your Honor, he hasn't got to start getting paychecks yet, but
No, I understand that.
he understands the commitment.
He's got a possibility of a paycheck now. If you don't have a job, you got no possibility of a paycheck.
And I think he is ready to make the monthly commitments.
Okay.
Signed to him initially.
Okay. All right. Brother, I got to ask you, how was your 2 days in jail?
Very well.
Where did you do your time? All right. So they just kept you locally. Yeah, man, that's a blessing. I mean, it's probably bored you out of your mind, probably like you've never been bored before, but at least you weren't you weren't in Wayne County Jail.
It's not like sound those metal doors, dude.
Man, why'd you make me do that to wake you up? Thank you for that. Seriously, thank you for that. Mr. Oley?
Would you like to extend his probation just so we can keep an eye on the record?
For 4 or 5 years, I'd like to extend his probation. I can't do that. I don't have the authority. We haven't gotten any money yet on restitution, have we?
We have this maybe.
Okay.
Was on the 26th of last.
Okay. All right. So how much are you comfortable committing to based on the Walmart job? Because we don't have any other job lined up yet.
It's, you know,
Is 150 doable? Okay. All right.
so it's not right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Dad, go ahead.
Well, go a little bit more than 150, we can always rearrange that, right?
Can you ever imagine me saying no? In any reality, can you imagine me saying no? Okay. All right. I think that's our big issue, right? Money?
That's the last thing. It's just restitution.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So what's the balance on the restitution right now, Mr. Rowley?
$1,148.
All right. So at $150 a month, it takes more than 7 months to pay that off. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll extend your probation 6 months. I don't want to see you again. I'm going to tell you right now, I am not going to close your file without a face-to-face. I don't want to see you again until that 6 months is up, or you're asking me to close you out early because the money's been paid off early. Okay. But I do want to see you again because I want to know what's going on. I don't want to just know that you've been making your payments. I want to know what's going on. What's the plan? Okay. All right. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Got it? Dad, we're okay with that? All right. Okay. All right. Good luck. I hope you get the U of M job. And I hope they work you 70-hour weeks. All right. Yep. Good luck, Mr. Gissner. Council, are we ready on, I'm going to pronounce it Pumphrey? Well, I didn't notice that, but he seemed to know what he was talking about. Council, your appearance, please.
This honorable court for the record, David Kramer, on behalf of Mr. Pumphrey.
Same here, Council. Have you fellows had a chance to go over the report and recommendation? Any corrections? Jamie, any news?
No, nothing. I just got a call from, they have some stuff going on.
Okay,
No show.
thank you. I'm sorry, Council. All right, so no corrections.
No correction.
Allocution? Allocution?
Never had anything, as it relates to the law. He's never been in trouble with the law. He's actively employed at DTW, SkyWest. He's a fine young man.
Full-time, I'm sorry, full-time hours? Go ahead.
And he's a fine young man. This is an aberration. It will not happen again.
Okay, okay. All right, Mr. Pumphrey, don't feel that you have to, but I want to give you a chance to talk if there's anything you want to share with me personally. I said, don't feel that you have to talk, but if there's anything you want to share with me, this is the time to do so.
Sorry, eye opener. I messed up and it ain't gonna happen again. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So here's my big concern. On June 20th, I put you on a bond, and that bond was no mood altering substance, was not a doctor's prescription, but you continued to drink and smoke.
I think once. It's
Okay. That's a major concern when I'm getting ready to put you on probation and tell you to do what I tell you to do. All right. So, I'm still going to go along with the recommendations for probation, but I wouldn't feel good if I didn't tell you this before I do that. You had your mulligan. Okay, you violated my bond twice. You had your mulligan. If you have any slip ups now, you better be the one that brings it to our attention. We better not catch you. Am I making myself clear? Okay. All right. So once again, I'll adopt the recommendation Mr. Tiroli put on paper. You and council saw it. It was 10 recommendations. Those are now 10 court orders. 12-month probation. Probation cost is $480. The total money is $1,300. You can talk to Mr. Tiroli about that. And good luck.
Your Honor, if he is successful and has no violations, will the court consider,
Always consider that request.
Thank you.
Always.
Good
Yep.
to see you.
Have a good day, gentlemen. What's your name? Last name? Come on up. Have you waived the right to talk to a court-appointed attorney today, Mr. Lucas? Okay. All right, so Mr. Lucas, we've got a file here. It goes back to October of last year. Sentenced you on April 11th. Let's see what we got. One problem, big one, but one problem. You're on track with everything except the treatment. Says here you had a therapist appointment on the 9th of July.
Yeah.
Where are you working at?
Miller Industries and Found,
What do they do?
we make, industrial air movers.
Okay, okay. Long job? Had it for a while?
Yeah.
Good, good, okay. All right, so if I'm reading this right, you got a money problem. Okay, all right, Mr. Rowley?
I have full custody of both of my kids with no child support.
Okay. Okay,
He did provide documentation of completed community service when.
good, good.
He is.
On everything else? Yeah,
Orders to obligation in lieu of.
any priors
Uh,
in CCH?
there is a prior OWI from 2015.
It's 10 years ago. Okay. Was the substance abuse treatment based on an evaluation that we had done or based on the needs?
Based on the needs, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so your suggestion is we amend the treatment to education. What do you think of that? Right, right. And Mr. Lucas, what do you think of that suggestion?
I'm on board with it.
If nothing else, you should be able to find someplace a heck of a lot cheaper. I'll go along with it. Wish you luck. You're welcome. Drive safe. We're not supposed to have anybody else in Zoom, right?
No.
Okay. And you got something ready, Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, sir, I'm ready on Miss Moore.
Come on up, Ms. Moore. Mr. Bowditch, your appearance, please.
Record. Everybody appearing on behalf of the Miss. Ma'am, can you tell the judge your name, record, Mrs. Solomon?
Good afternoon.
Your Honor, today's date and time set for a hearing in this matter. There was some questions about community service. There was some questions about a therapist and a positive test. She hasn't been seeing a therapist. The problem is that it has not been communicated correctly to Mr. Rowley. She can respond to the community service and the positive test.
Okay, go ahead.
Surgery in 2021, and there's a absorption issue with like vitamins and stuff, and so they, because of bad blood work that came back, they had me taking extra iron and extra multivitamin. And to be honest, I was super constipated. So I think that test was because I was taking or drinking kombucha, which is like a natural probiotic trying to help move things along. And I was tested after that. That's the only thing that I've done.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I can think that would have, caused the positive test.
What about community service?
Related to the locations that are available, I applied to the Leslie Science Center, the 2 Church, and Another one that's in Ann Arbor. I don't have a car right now. I don't have.
Any nonprofit charity will be acceptable to me.
Yeah, there's something.
As long as it's a registered, when I say registered with the IRS, nonprofit, perfectly fine. Doesn't have to be on our list. That, we do the list, so it's hopefully it's easier for folks. They don't have to find something. Understood. Understood. No. If you find someplace you can get to easier, but as long as it's not, and if you're worried about it, have her pre-approve it before you put in 10 hours.
Okay.
So get something from the agency, contact her, email it, whatever. Okay. I'm sure it's a nonprofit, but let her confirm it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the main problem we've got is her lack of communication with you. So that's got to be fixed because we're fairly nice people, but here's the problem. If we can't get answers, we assume the worst. You're avoiding us. Why would you avoid us? Because you're doing things we don't want you to do. That's just how our minds work. Okay.
I asked for an explanation of benefits. I just told Mr. Bowditch, my therapy visits have all been by Zoom. I've never actually met my therapist.
Right.
So in order for her to talk to someone, she
Right.
sent me a medical release.
Release. Sure.
And then I had to,
Yeah.
no, I'll talk to her.
Just better communication.
Yes.
Better communication.
Directly talk to Mr.
Okay. Okay.
But I do have those EOB statements from Cross where it shows, the ability for the visit. And
Right. Right. Well, here's the thing though. We don't want to just make sure you're going. We want to make sure the therapist says you're participating.
she did my release off.
Yes. That'll do it. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. How far out you want to go?
Or October then.
You tell me. I want you to make my tail wag next time you see me. So how much?
That will give me time. I'm working on transportation and everything too, so that will help.
What was that date? October what? 8:30. All right. We got a plan?
Yes. I don't even have all the medications for some.
Perfect.
With.
Perfect. No, that'll work. Okay. All right. Good luck with your health. You're welcome.
Next year, this August cities.
Ma'am, come on up.
Okay.
Our court record, that Bob is appearing on behalf of the Miss August cities. Ma'am, could you tell the judge your name for record, please?
Thank you.
Your Honor, today, taking down the show cause hearing, the issue was Ms. Augustidius had not in the past gotten a substance abuse evaluation. She has since done that. Now, the record that the judge is reviewing, I'm not sure is current. I believe Mr. Rowley has received information since she produced that.
Update. Okay. So this is the best information we've got. Okay. Recommendation?
Background reporting, they did recommend no further treatment. And it was a sufficient evaluation, so she is now back in full compliance.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. And you're on a payment schedule? Okay. All right. How are we doing it now? Is the probation file separate from the other stuff she owes money, or is it all one payment plan?
If she has other holding cases that are not on probation.
Okay. Okay. Because what I'm showing here is $1,300 due on 2 tickets from Huron Township, violation of parental responsibility and fail to stop property damage accident. So do you have a payment plan on those? Okay. Are you current on this plan? All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Back on reporting. Thank you. You're caught up for now, Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You want my files?
No, I thought this was.
Okay.
He's in the.
All happened right kids. But she looks at you. Before you can just do one meeting.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll let you look at the, what's it for? Speed. I don't know, I know you're right lawyer. We're gonna do it. But in my. You might do this.
How long has she been here?
Yeah. Hopefully, they should not.
I had this mother, same place, no, it's almost such a, that phone call was made this morning, what? So by the no show, and I'm guessing. Every time you shut it, he's jumped off and jumped back. Yeah. And. Yeah, but it's all. Right, first. People, it's. It's a canine trucker dog. Then you know exactly. Yeah. Track. So, want to get you going. You know. What do you should so, you're not. You let it, yeah. You're not, no. I guess. You always just so good to do.
I remember Dad, the first time Dad was like, yeah.
Oh my God. We get our money out of. I'll tell you, we'll think about it.
If I got a great deal, I don't want to burn my good relationship with work. That's something about it. Yeah.
Big trouble in things.
Buy this thing out. It's through an auction site. It's a lot. I've never had a problem. And I just got a seller. I did it, I think last week. So I just got an email, because I payment off, so I said, I should pay it off. And I never got anything. So today I get an email through this. I get an email from the seller saying, hey, I never got a response from my PayPal invoice I sent you. So I responded with, I didn't get the invoice. And excuse me, I got trouble with my spam. It's aggressive. So could you resend it and maybe let me know that you resent it?
Mhm.
So then I got an email that says, I just resent it. It should be in your inbox. It's not in my spam. It's not in my inbox. I'm like, so any other suggestions?
I hope you're.
From years.
Isn't it assigned to your bank account?
No, it's not.
Well,
Yeah. That's
Or
all.
if you look at that credit card.
Oh, I could have, I could have Susan.
Yeah, have Susie look at that and see if anything's going on with it.
Yes.
Don't forget your live stream when you.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
So, no.
I don't know anything. I guess a lot of stuff.
What have you heard? I heard his mother called him.
Yeah, but that's just what we knew this morning. That,
Oh, I didn't know that.
well, no, I take that back. Oh, you didn't? Well, Al told me this morning that he was talking to Huron Township about his docket, and somebody at Huron said, yeah, the mother's supposed to be bringing him in at 1:30. And then Jamie just said that he confirmed that the mother supposedly called Huron and said, I'm bringing him in. But they're not here. So yeah, that's all I know. I signed another warrant yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had about 5 cops out there.
Yeah. I knew that was going to happen.
But that could deter him. I mean, mom could have been in a long parking lot.
Oh, I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
We know that he was downtown.
Thank you.
Downtown and curious, so he wouldn't have been brought here anyway.
Well, we didn't want him brought here, but we wanted him at least on Zoom, but I didn't make that. Sorry.
What do you want to do? He's been locked up since May.
Yeah, since May was the last time. I just called him.
Filed.
Because some of them are like those violation of technical, he was on somebody's property. He has trespassing.
And what's he got coming out? Felony possession?
He has an exam session yet on the 14th.
He's been locked up since May.
Yeah.
So it sounds like there's no chance of him getting out. I'm talking about on bond.
Probably not before the 14th exam.
I'm guessing.
That's next week.
Stamp him on bond because we gave him PRs to go into treatment. Downtown isn't letting him out. So it must be something at circuit court level that's holding him in.
They remain in them.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like, there's always happen while who's on phone.
Okay, yeah.
Every single one of these that we have going through right now, I believe is violation of probation.
Okay. And then he's got those new, the possession.
For all,
Yeah.
since beyond the.
Emily, they don't want to come to your party.
Well,
He obstructed, they had a deck in front of them. They did it as locals. That.
Well, did you want time to talk to the victim and stuff and I can schedule it for the September 10th?
I don't see it. Oh, yeah, Larson. Well, I don't know. The county.
They tonight that room is the girl. He or the sport for kids.
pardon me, I mean, I think the payment, that maybe.
Yeah, this person.
Each day, you can in the tournament, right? You ready for him, Judge?
Sure. What's your name, sir?
No.
All right. Give me just a minute. I'm catching up on some paperwork.
Last name started with M, Joe?
Yep. All right, you are here for sentencing. Officer Garcia. Please. Have you had a chance to look at this report and recommendation? Show him that, would you? Take a minute to look that paperwork over. Which one do you have ready, Mr. Bowditch?
I have a sentencing on Mr. Harris.
Sir? I'm just gonna take your time. Just step away from the podium, take all the time you need. Mr. Harris, come on up.
Yeah, Your Honor, for the record, Jeff Ballard appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Harris, sir, could you tell the judge your name, for the record, please?
Jamal Harris.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, today's date time for sentencing in this matter. I received a review of Mr. Harris. We did find the facts to be accurate, no additions, no deletions, no corrections. We would ask the court to respect the adopt the recommendations.
All right. Sir, nothing you want to add?
I apologize for my attire this morning, this afternoon here.
It's all right. Okay. All right. All right, on count one, the impaired driving. 12-month probation. I'm adopting in full the recommendations that you've gone over with Mr. Bowditch. Items 1 through 10, those are now court ordered. On the other two files, I'm going to put you on 12-month probation, obviously same terms of probation. Count one is $1,400. Count 2 and 3 are $300 each. So the total is $2,000. You can talk to Ms. Tiroli about payments. I've got to tell you though, according to our information, you still got outstanding warrants out of 20th and 22nd District. You got court dates on those two courts or at those two courts? Okay, so the warrants aren't outstanding now. Okay. All right, any questions? You all set? Talk to Ms. Tiroli. You're welcome. Emily, on O'Neill, show cause. I'm inclined, instead of bench warning, I'm inclined to close the file and put a conviction on the record.
That was gonna be my recommendation, especially since we're getting out that new offense this past weekend. And I talked to her yesterday, and we confirmed today's hearing date.
All right. Pronounce your last name again. One more time. Mikisima. All right, Mr. Mikisima, you've read this.
Yes.
Anything in there that's not factually correct? Is it all true? Okay, tell me what's not true about what's in here. You're not alcohol. You're not an alcoholic. You don't have a problem with alcohol is what you're telling me. Okay, but factually it's correct. Your address, where you work, all that stuff is correct. And do you have a court date at the 35th District Court, or do you still have an outstanding warrant? That's the court in Plymouth for a drove while license suspended ticket?
Yes. I was paid, but I was below the limit because I was good at work.
And how much I'm paid is this.
All I want to know is, are you dealing with that in Plymouth, or are you in warrant status?
I'm quick.
You have a court date? Okay, all right. Did you understand the recommendation from probation?
Yes.
Give you fines and costs, have you do 48 hours of community service, and give you a deadline. That's the recommendation from Mr. Rowley. You understood?
Yes.
All right. Is there anything you want me to consider before I set the terms of your sentence? Anything you want me to consider? No?
Yes. I would just a small chance.
You need a chance for what? You mean you need time to take care of this? Okay, yeah, we'll put you on a payment plan and we'll give you time to do the 48 hours. Anything else? Okay. All right, I'll turn you over to Mr. Rowley. Good luck. Can you pay the full $1,300 within 90 days? 3 months. You sure?
Yes.
Is that easier? Just, we gave him 2 things to do. He's got 90 days to get them both done? Okay.
Perfect, okay, yep, I was entering the community service options, that was. We're all set.
Good luck. You as well. You want that too?
Is this one that we just did, Pumphrey is it's recommended under the license? But no, he's not coming. No, sure, all right, sure.
Yes.
I'm thinking.
Mr. Jadal is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great one. It's a very fun. Very impressed.
Yeah.
I heard on the radio that showers were possible this afternoon, but neither one of my weather apps say rain.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have that.
So Emily, I'm down to St. Clair and Osborne.
The guy's Osborne is the kid, yeah, but he is. Oh, yes.
Yeah, but his attorney should be here.
You hear yet? Is there any other day you just gave us?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Probably comment. Yeah, you will.
You get it, a whole shebang. Thank you. So you don't use the punch clock, but we do. And in order to use it, we have to get a security code. So to get a security, it sends it. So you see what it says there. What does it say?
James, Rick, and Steve.
No, no, the numbers in it. That's pretty good.
79679.
So Kowalski downstairs goes nuts. She goes, you gotta go bet. You gotta bet that. You gotta bet that. Hey, look what comes
So
up today.
instead of me calling Nick and just
Do it.
telling him, look what came in.
Is that crazy? That's used to.
Tell Kowalski.
We already did. We had to take his bullets away from him.
Look at the time underneath at 6/7/29 this
Yeah.
morning. Who
And-
would ever thought?
You know what? For $500, if you bet $1.
So he tells Gwen this morning, he says, Gwen, we got numbers.
Same.
679-679. Kowalski saw it, said, you guys gotta play that midday. You gotta pay that midday. Yeah. 679.
Now look at my phone.
Hey, you'll listen to Kowalski next time.
So, no, he said, Gwen, we gotta play the numbers. Gwen goes, the only numbers you're playing are the ones that clock while you're watching the front door because won't work. And he goes, okay, yes, ma'am. Amen.
So for that,
So we played probably 100. Those are pretty good odds.
Because he goes, it came in, I'm like, you're so. Came?
Oh, Flosky sent you that or he found it?
No, he looked, he goes, I'm gonna look at the.
Yeah, you know what the worst part about it is? It's not like you guys had to run out to the store.
No, he could have made a phone call. You know what I say? If the good Lord wanted me to have that, I'd have had it, but he did.
This is the perfect situation for what Al calls the quarters in the ass.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. Lots of quarters.
Oh, yeah. You're kidding.
That is funny. Council, are you ready? Come on up. All right, calling the case of Michael Osborne.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dean Haney, appearing on behalf of Mr. Osborne, who stands to my right, stated his name. Michael Osborne. Judge,
Thank
I
you.
did receive.
Good.
Mr. Osborne also received a copy. We did go over that together. There are no factual inconsistencies in that report. We don't have any corrections or additions to make to that.
Okay, awesome.
I would like to state he has no prior offenses. He just actually graduated from Wayne State University.
Good.
Bachelor's degree, so he has a very bright future ahead of him. He's living out in Lansing, Michigan right now. We've had many discussions regarding this incident. He's treated it very seriously.
Okay.
It's actually devastating to him, and I think that's the right attitude to have.
I do too.
Criminal case, I think that's the way you treat it. And I think this is an isolated case. I don't think he's ever going to be in the justice system again. I did read the recommendation from the information department. I think it is actually a very fair recommendation, considering how serious he's treating the matter. And he's been following my advice every step of the way. If your honor is inclined to allow payment of fines and costs in this case, then I think that would be appropriate.
Okay. Go ahead.
Possible repercussions of the mistake that I made within the last few years. It's been life altering to say the least. And I mean, it's pretty much changed my path in life because I didn't really know what was going to happen since I made that mistake. And it's definitely not a path I would walk down again.
So what's your bachelor's in?
I have a bachelor's of science in business administration, but it's majored in global supply chain. So I'm fixed towards logistics.
How's the job prospects looked?
Right now I'm working for Ryder Systems. I just started less than 2 months ago.
Well, that's a degree you could use with Ryder.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
Good.
going good so far. Slowly but surely.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm gonna suggest we can send him with the paperwork so we can go to Van Buren Township right now for his prints, right? Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go along with the recommendation. $1,300 is the total, including the restitution to the township. And as far as the fingerprint order, we'll give you paperwork. You can take care of that before you go back to Lansing. All right?
I did speak with an officer out in Lansing, and I confirmed that he can do his prints out there.
Okay. Yeah, you want to do your prints locally in Lansing, or you want to take care of it today before you leave?
If I'm able to take care of it. I've never gone through this process before. If I can take care of it here, I'm ready.
I can guarantee if you walk in with this piece of paper to Van Buren Township, they'll do it and get you out of there probably within a half hour.
Yeah, I'd like to take care of it.
What do you think, Jamie? Probably a half hour to get him, unless they got a crowd full of people. Yeah. So can I just give him my order? Okay. Officer Garcia, if you would be so kind. Yeah.
Let's get the ball.
Okay. As to the money,
You have 14 days to pay in full.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, just one.
Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Council, always a pleasure.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, it's after 2:00. Mr. St. Clair was scheduled at 1:30. He's not here. I
Not sure. If it's
Here.
my mother's grandma, it's Cynthia.
Okay. So we just-
Cynthia, June.
I don't like this.
Oh, she's from the township. She's probably just trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this one, he's never been FDA, so we've got to show cause this one, right?
Hey, Heather,
Yeah,
that fingerprint order is for, I put Michigan State Police or Lansing Police Department.
I'll just cross it off and put it on
Okay.
record. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. You know what? I never set a bond on his file.
So Judge, on, Mr. Jonathan Mike Fatumi, he had 2 counts. That had crossed the line. He had 2 counts, so we're just gonna do 0 on his.
That's. The other count, no ops or something, so.
Intact, open intact.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Rob.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Why don't you give it? You know? What? And you see,
So shut down.
Yes.
What did you do? You're like, why was that?